guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hle and thank you for joining me. Today I've got someone special. Are you Koti? Koti Koti, aka Hle Ntombela, right?
All of them.
Or do you want to introduce yourself? I feel like I did a bad job.
I'm Hle.
She's Hle, guys. She's Hle. I don't know where to start. I remember when I first met you, it was Begum Teto's recording.
Really?
Yeah. I was in varsity. I think it was 2013, 2014. His first recording. His show, adverts.
Yes.
And I came to you, I had a huge afro. I don't know. I went in Mandela. And she multiplied. And I came to her and I said, oh my gosh, I love you so much. No. And you were so warm to me. And you said, and you treated me like you knew me. And I knew you didn't know me, but you treated me like you knew me. And I think I love that about you. Do you remember that day?
I actually don't.
You don't remember it?
I don't remember that.
That's how we met, guys. I was a huge fan from, I think, Joyous 17.
Yeah.
Do you get irritated every time you go for an interview that people want to go back to your Joyous days? Is it?
I do, but I also love it. But I do get a little, not irritated, just a little, it takes me a few steps back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to rebrand now?
Definitely, because you know, with what we can't take away is the truth that is someone else's vision.
Yeah.
And we were there happily.
Yeah.
Feeding the vision.
Yeah.
You know, and so everything from the songwriting to what you sing to what you wear is all feeding towards what that vision is of that person. So yes, it's a big stage consisting of a lot of talents, but they're all driven and they're all rooted in feeding this person's vision, you know. So me trying to be this new person that I am and trying to brand myself the way that I am. Till today, I still get people wanting me to sing a song that I sang in Joyous 17, you know, and I'm like, yeah, but I wrote that because I was asked to, and okay, fine.
We're in a different space,
you know, in
now.
a different space. So
yeah.
It's being where I am right now kind of makes me feel like, oh. So I think that's what makes me kind of excited about
your recording.
About to happen. Yeah.
True. How did your journey start? Your music journey start? Like, when was the first time you realized you could sing? And who said, uyacula wena?
The realizing I can sing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stages. So that one, I think, happened, we were 8. I was 8.
Okay.
My sister was 11.
Okay.
And she was the Beyonce of the family.
Really?
Yes, she was the one
If she was the Beyonce, then...
And she, she was the yellow one. She was the Beyonce was singing. I didn't even care. I just wanted to go and play outside.
Okay.
So then I think my dad, I don't even know how, just decided this one time that at my conference, we're gonna start singing together.
Yeah.
And our first song was a song by Tremaine Hawkins and Mahalia Jackson.
Okay.
It's called I Found the Answer. And I was singing Mahalia Jackson's, I was singing Tremaine Hawkins because I had the higher voice.
Okay.
And my sister was singing Mahalia Jackson's one because she had the lower voice.
Yeah.
And we started singing, and then we sang You Are My King by John Stans.
You guys, we were not born.
No, my dad made me look very old.
I'm just like, I know Mahalia Jackson because of you don't know the song. I don't know the song.
Like, that's how bad it was. Like, they were trying to relive their times with
through
us,
you guys. Yeah,
us 8-year-olds and 11-year-olds.
Yeah,
but it was fun, and people started liking us. I still didn't care. We'd play Jam Early outside.
Yeah,
and I'd sing Rebecca. You know, Rebecca was everyone's icon. I'm telling you.
She started everyone's career.
She really started a lot of people's career.
Yeah.
I'd be Rebecca in a Gem Ellie show. I don't know how I thought that worked.
So you were always saved. You were just always been saved.
Literally, I've always been a born again child of God, guys. Leave me alone. Then
that's how it started.
That's how the singing started. Yeah.
There's a picture, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, where it's your mom, your sister,
oh God,
and then you.
I'm only laughing because I'm scared you're gonna show the picture.
I might just if I find the picture. What do you remember about that moment?
That very moment we were coming back from holidays, and it was our first Sunday since the holidays, so it was in January.
Yeah.
So my mom was feeling great, and she was feeling, so there was a song that we had been singing during the holidays.
Yeah.
She had random sessions where she'd be like, Wazan! And they'd be like,
It would just be kids.
really, we're watching Generations.
Yeah.
Leave us alone, whatever. So it was one of the songs that we had sung then.
Yeah.
We didn't think to remember them.
Yeah.
So then Mama was like, surprise, we are going on stage. We are going to sing. We were like, oh ma.
Dude, I spoke to Zach. Yeah.
So my face, as you can see in that picture, is like, seriously?
Yeah.
Really, really? I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
How old
right.
were you then?
I don't even remember. I'd be lying, but I
you
think
were
I was
older.
like 9 or 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think I was 9, 10. I don't even remember. But that time, from that time, we actually started singing together, even at cell groups. Our cell groups was so lit, you don't even understand.
Sure.
We would be the everything. We
Yeah.
would dress the same because we were the worship team. Mom would bring her guitar.
Wait, so your mom is your mom the was your mom the musical one, or your dad, or both?
Both.
Okay, but who was the lead? Go to vele meqalwe chorus ibizwa yena.
Uma. You know what? I think both.
Okay.
Because Ma was the one that just loved music generally.
Yeah.
But Dad was the worshiper, like
Okay.
proper worshiper. Like when he sang at church, he doesn't even need to scream. Like he'd sing in his falsetto.
And everyone cries.
I'm scared to copy. And then it would be a mess. He wouldn't
Okay.
even preach. Things would happen. So I think in their own different ways, they both had that thing where
Yeah.
they just, if Dad just feels like right now, I feel like worshiping, where are these kids? Then there we
That
are.
happens. Nah.
So yeah.
How were you as a teenager? Were you Miss Goody Two Shoes? I'm a church girl, or were you like me? Because I was church girl, saved at a young age, but I had my moments. But my moments were always undercover because I always knew the truth. But I was a child. But you know, but I was a child. I was a teenager going through my thing, so I knew the truth. So people didn't know Gucci. Good now. I got never getting that demon. Yeah. Who are you, or were you just like, you know what? This is my life. I'm young. Let me live my best life.
I was really the odd one out, definitely at school.
Okay.
I actually was goody two shoes even before I was born again. 'Cause
Okay.
I was born in the church as well.
Yeah.
So I think there's just something in me was never interested in most of the teenager things that most of my
Wow.
peers were doing.
Yeah.
So if they were going out partying, if they were doing whatever, it's not that I hated it. I just wasn't
At all.
interested, like at all. Like I've never been to one gwari. Like I don't even know what a house party looks like before I was even born again.
And a club?
A club, I think I've seen a club.
Have you been in a club?
I've been in a club because I had to go fetch people.
What? Really?
I had to go fetch people before their parents found out that they're there because they'd left with my name.
Yeah.
So I had to go find them and take them out.
Sure.
So it was a mess. But I was just the odd one out, and I was not really the one preaching to people. I was
Yeah.
just not interested in it. When I got born again, I think I was in grade 10.
Okay.
When I got born, 9, when I got born again, and then I was like, I was not interested. But funny enough, by grade 11,
Yeah.
most of my friends had been born again.
Wow.
They were like, okay, we don't know how you do this thing of staying out of trouble,
But we want to
wanna
join.
see.
So you've never been through a phase where you feel like you are not true to yourself. Have you ever been through a phase like that? It doesn't have to be like everybody else's, but have you ever been in a space where you feel like, this is not me, I'm not representing the kingdom, or I'm not representing the Holy Spirit that's in me?
I have. Not even in an ugly way, but
Okay.
I have felt like, okay, this is not really... I think me, generally, looking from the side, is not a goody two shoes, but I'm just not bothered by a lot of things. I'm not a trendsetter. I was literally asking my friend yesterday, what does stand mean? You know, when people are like, I stand. What does I stand mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm afraid to ask. Literally, I was going to ask it next year because I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I've never, in a bad way, not
Yeah.
represented the kingdom of God. But
Yeah.
I have felt in a place where I felt like I wasn't true to myself.
Okay.
There were times where I felt like, okay, I'm trying too much to make sure that this person understands me
accommodated.
and is accommodated too much. So there were those moments, definitely a lot of those.
It's crazy how, because I'm asking you this because you've got a very vibrant personality and you're loving and warm, and like you never I'd say someone who doesn't believe, who's of a different religion than you, would never feel uncomfortable in your presence. Whereas a Christian or rather another religious person who has gotten it right their whole life, when you're in their presence, you kind of feel like, I'm in a presence of someone who's been doing things right, but you don't come off as that. Is there a reason you like that? And I'm asking this because we were speaking with my husband saying, as Christians, we like to clean the fish before we catch the fish. You get that whole understanding. So where does that come from you in the way you present yourself to people, even people who don't believe and act the way you think, or you act rather?
I think it is my mom.
Okay.
Looking at my mom, she was a mamfundisi, but the friends she had were very shady.
Like properly.
Some you'd be like, I swear I saw this one on the wanted list.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, well, I think very early stage, my mom, because we were pastors' kids and a pastor's family, she was like, you never ever draw a person out. Never ever say you know a person. Never ever. When you see a person, that person could literally be the next person that could save your life.
Sure.
So you don't want to count them out and act as if they don't matter. You don't know what they can do for you. Then sometimes she'd tell us the stories of, for example, this and this and that, and I'd be like, you're like, wow. Even her story was like very inspirational for us because she was an orphan.
Really?
Till this day, no one knows anyone in her family.
Sure.
But when you look at her, you'd see so much power. You know, and you see she's literally saved so many people. She's literally touched so many people. And I'd be like, actually, you're right. We should not count anyone out. So when I see someone, I think that's what she did. I think she put eyes in us that don't belong to us. She gave us God's eyes.
I love that.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think when you see someone, we see them in God's eyes. We would say, you, sister, you know, if you could just bath.
America.
I'm telling you. And then because sometimes even when she sees someone who's like doesn't have a job, she says, you know, if you could get a job. You could get, you know, then immediately she's trying to figure out how she can get you a job. So I think it just came from that. Literally, I don't know you, but you literally could be my brother.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. That's amazing. And so tell me about your recording. How, I know we've been putting a whole lot of, every time we see you like, how? The album. The pressure's been heavy, right? So how did you get to this point? When did it happen? Did a cloud come over and say, it's time? Or was it through a song or through a person? How did you know it's finally time?
You could actually say that.
What? A cloud? Okay. Tell us more. When? We right-hand man. Okay.
I did not want to record.
I know.
I hated the sound of recording. I hated everything about recording. Also, mostly because I love concept.
Okay.
If I can't think of how I'm gonna do it, what's gonna drive it, what's the core of it, what's its vision, I don't want to do it. So I think that's mainly why I didn't want to do it. Also because I didn't want to embarrass God. I'm very embarrassed. I'm very terrified of embarrassing God. So I'm like, if I do this just because it's a good idea,
it has to be a God idea.
You know,
I spoke about it the other day. It has to be a God idea.
You're powerful.
God comes to you on a cloud.
I know you're saying powerful things. You're prophesying that as much as something is a really great idea, you know, it makes sense too. Why aren't you? I don't have a reason to. That's not reason enough to.
The why,
You know, as much as it's demand. If it was just I don't know, not even if it was a secular thing. I think in life, yes, even if something's a good idea, it's great that there's demand, but is there a command?
Sure. That's a tweet.
That's a bar.
That's a bar. Not even like you should open your recording like that. Is it a command?
Literally a bar.
Yeah.
So I think also actually one of the ads that I have was in the ad was yes, I was told it was a talent and it was cute.
Yeah.
And then yes, I was told it was a gift and that was kind of exciting. I have a gift. Then God told me that it's a calling and then that started feeling like a burden. You know, it started feeling like, oh shoot, my dad had a calling, and when he had a calling, everything changed and it ruined our lives.
Sure.
And then when he presented it to me as a purpose, then I felt honored. You know, then I felt driven. Then I felt excited. Then I
Chosen.
said, let's go. What are we doing? You know, so the cloud part, I think it happened in a very strange way, where God just said, I don't know. Actually, I think he just said, wake up tomorrow and go look for a venue. It just was random.
It in your,
like,
and
it
I'm
was
asking,
a total shift.
I'm asking you this because people always ask, especially younger people, like it's always confusing to know your purpose, because I feel like we look for evidence, and it's always very hard to explain to people how something started, because you can't say there was a big voice or so. That's why I'm trying to get you to say, what was it? Was it in your prayer time? Were you just writing? Were you randomly watching TV? How did that, it's a purpose, like you said, come to you?
Honestly, I don't want to lie. Like you said, I don't know. I think for the longest time, I knew it was a calling because God called me at 16.
Yeah.
I did not understand what it meant. And I just remember saying to God, please just order my steps. I literally just got born again. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what it means. So just order my steps. And whatever you do, wherever I find myself, I know that whoever's going to be around me is a part of my purpose. So he did. In a very funny way, he did. I don't even know half of how I got to where I am and the people I know.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm like, that made me trust him.
Okay.
That, okay, whatever is going to happen from now on, I'm going to trust that it's from you.
Yeah.
So having people come through and having things to come together the way they did, like literally when I just had a mind shift. I slept not wanting to record. I woke up the next day looking for venues. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And I literally started being active. So I don't know what it is, but I just know that purpose is what feels like home. It's home. It's like it's like it's you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like you say, it's just because someone was asking me, was saying they're so excited for me and stuff, and they just wish that I could mentor them into becoming what I am. And I said, but you are good at beauty stuff. Maybe your calling is that. Maybe that's what your purpose is.
Do you think purpose changes every day? Do you think your purpose is different every day, or do you think God gives you one purpose? And this is why this is my belief, but we're different human beings, and God communicates differently to all of us. I think when someone asks me what's my purpose, I say my purpose is different with every season, because in this season, this is what God might be communicating. This is what I'm doing. But in this season, I might discover another gift that's connected to another another purpose. You know, that's my understanding in this space. Where are you at with purpose? Do you think you just have one solid purpose, or do you think purpose changes?
That
It's
could
different
actually
with
make
other
a lot
people.
of sense now that you're talking about it. I just thought of it. That's powerful.
Yes. Yeah.
Honestly, that it makes sense, because right now I'm in the zone of I need to get this out of the way and get it up and going. I just know that my calling is got so much to do with, my purpose got so much to do with worship. I know that. However, I do have a lot of deep aspirations that bug me about businesses, you know, and about food, you know, and they bug me like proper. I can't sleep. They bug me. So I could believe that is true. However, how I had interpreted it was Uguti, yes, this is my purpose, this is my call. As long as I make sure that this is there, all of these things are going to be added.
That's correct. And this is why I say it's important. And it's like the word of God that says, if you're trusted with little, you can be trusted with much. So if God puts something in your core and says, Klingiwe, here is the instruction, and you ignore that one, rushing for other gifts, other things, what other people are doing, or what seems exciting, you might miss it completely. But if you are faithful with the one small gift that looks insignificant, with that one, I think I believe it opens up the doors to many other gifts and purposes. And
I also believe that the one that you called for.
Yeah.
I think that's what we can say about it. That there's a purpose. Yeah. And it births a lot of other things.
Purposes. Other gifts and other callings.
You know, and it makes way for a lot of other things. So that would make a proper sense for me, because I know that I'm not the best chef in the world. Yeah. But I know that I'm going to own my restaurant.
And you make a mean salad. You till this day, I salad. There was
I didn't do
strawberries.
much.
It was so fancy. I was just like, wow, I'm so honored. You said something about when your dad accepted his calling, it ruined your lives.
Yeah.
And I've had a few PKs who come into my DMs, and I understand it could be hard. What do you mean by that? That it ruined your life?
Well, you're told from the time that you can breathe, the time that you can actually speak and understand that it's not about you.
Sure.
Everything you're going to do until probably the day you die, or probably the day your father dies, or your mother dies, whoever's the pastor, it's not about you. Even if you wake up one day and he hurts you really bad, you still have to cover him. You still have to pray for him. If he neglects you and puts the church first, you still have to cover him. You still have to be there for him, and you still have to love him like you know. So even when, yes, you don't even know what it is that you want from your dad, because he's not there, but you have to pretend like you know.
Sure.
You know, so it kind of takes you out of you being you, and you have to be whatever it is that people will look at and look, oh, it's okay, he's okay.
Sure.
Because as soon as he's perceived as a bad person, that'll also look bad on the church, and the person who's watching will say the church has a problem, and not his family or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a calling of its own. It's a covering where you have to cover him. Even we were 5, 6, and we were told we must pray for dad.
Oh, imagine.
We'd be told to pray for dad, you know.
But what you started with by saying, no matter what happens, you cover them with love. Don't you think that's the gist of Christianity? That
it really is.
Yeah.
I think it is with everything. And I think that's what made it so embedded in us. Because you look at us and you think they're okay, but we're just so conditioned to cover people, even though there's no need to. Like, we cover each other also, and you're like, no, actually I'm supposed to tell you. No, I should tell you actually, you know, because sometimes even if you do tell them, you find a nice way to tell them. So there's just
with love. Everything is with love. I think that's the gist of it, and it's hard because sometimes you feel entitled to being angry, or entitled to calling people out or whatever. No, he's not. People think my dad's a pastor. He's not. But I just also really grew up in the church. I didn't have a choice.
But you grew up, your dad is a very big icon in the gospel industry.
Yes,
and do you have the same sentiments? No. I just grew up understanding that I have responsibilities, and there's a certain way you act, and there's no question about it. And I just never questioned it. But we didn't receive any sort of pressure, I think, because he was not like the leader, but like I was expected to sing in the choir. I sang in the choir my whole life. Even when I came to varsity, I found a church to serve, and even if I didn't have to, you know. So interview me. Yes.
So
we want to know.
Not so much the pressure, but there was just an understanding of how things work, and that was it. There was no question about it. There was no argument or conversation about it. That's how you act, and that's it. Yeah. Going back to you, this is my channel.
I needed to ask.
Did it not steer you? Did it not make you want to not be in the gospel, or rather in the church, in terms of your career?
Before I got born again, I wanted nothing to do with the church.
Okay.
I was like, as soon as I leave this place and go to school, I'm not coming back.
Sure. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because the church, not just my dad and stuff, the church as well. Because the church everyone's your parent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Everyone's just on your case.
Yeah.
If they see you in Pick and Pay and some guy greets you, you're pregnant. I don't want to tell her.
Yeah.
You know, so and then I got born again.
Yeah.
And for me, I realized that, no, man, I think I wrote this also on my Twitter, that Jesus is the missing piece.
Yeah.
Where Jesus is, it's just, life is so perfect, you can't even the mess is perfect.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's just, so for me, I never not once wanted to steer away from
Okay.
from where I was. I loved it even. What I'm very certain of is I do not want to get married, or I was very certain about that, to a pastor. I said I don't want to get married to a pastor or a king or anything that is in leadership to the extent where you have to protect it.
But your husband, Umpati, he's a leader.
That man.
He's a leader in his own right.
But at least no one is like on his case. Which look at your wife.
Yeah.
Did you see what she did? She's wearing shorts. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
you still have you're still liberated.
I'm still liberated.
Going back to your album. Okay, so what's the title? What are we expecting? What's the title?
It's
what are we
called
expecting?
Your Kingdom on Earth.
Okay.
So my sister and I were talking about it a few months ago. Not the album. I was just talking because I was preparing I was going to preach somewhere. So I was going to preach about worship.
Okay.
And I was just thinking, Guti, where God dwells and his dwelling, what makes it a suitable place for him to stay there?
Okay.
Like, why did he choose that place for him to stay there and live there, and it's his throne? And then realizing it, we were like, okay, there's angels, okay, there's elders, okay. What is happening? We're like, the primary atmosphere in heaven is worship.
What is worship?
I think worship is this is what I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a language that is best acquired with a relationship with God.
Wow.
You best understood with a relationship with God.
With your personal
relationship.
It's not a
with
song.
God. It's not a song. It's not a song. I think it's a conversation. Otherwise, a lot of people could not be able to worship.
Yeah. No, for the longest time we thought a slow song is worship.
Exactly.
Strings.
And nowhere in the Bible, anywhere in Revelations where the Bible talks about the angels worshiping, does it say they were worshiping in song. You know, it just says that they were worshiping, and it shows honor, and it shows what you call sacrifice, and it shows there's this word I'm looking for.
Humility, I don't know.
Yeah, it's somewhere there, but where you're giving off so much of yourself just to show his reverence. Killing yourself every second to show his
dying
reverence.
to self
Every day to show what an angel. When you think of an angel, you're like, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. But an entire angel is dying to its own power to give God power.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? So I think that's what worship is. I just don't know how to say it.
Okay. It's hard
there's no sentence to say it.
Yeah.
There's no proper sentence
so
to
you
say.
were preparing.
So in our preparing, that's what happened. So we thought, if we were to have the exact same atmosphere in heaven here on earth, as the prayer says, thy kingdom come and thy will be done on earth as in heaven. If we were to have that same atmosphere here on earth, how would he find this kind of dwelling?
Sure.
How would that kind of dwelling be? So we just said, okay, that's why I have to say this, that it's not a recording where it showcases Hle or showcases our hard work at rehearsal. It's literally a place where every single person there is involved in making that place a suitable dwelling.
Wow.
You know, that's what we're working so hard on, and it's so hard to, but I need everyone to understand that everyone that's going to be there
is a contributor.
To making that place, whatever it is that we're expecting will come from you.
In this moment of like preparation and hearing from God, what's the one song that's kind of getting you through?
I've been really, I don't know, and it came from nowhere. It's not like I went and looked for it, but Psalm 23 has just been a song that's in my, randomly, I just find myself saying, he anoints my head with oil.
Yes, it's funny. I think in almost every video I've been doing this year, I've been saying, surely goodness and mercy follows me all the day. And I prayed over my daughter every single day. That's just been my scripture for the year. Do you want to sing it for us?
Okay. Sounds like you're not asking.
No. Okay, I think I'll get Brendan. Brendan will connect the keyboard and you can just sing it to us in the most natural way ever. You must perform it. Just let loose.
No, I'll try.
Okay, cool.
He anoints my head with oil, and my cup runneth over, runneth over. He prepares the table before me in the presence of my enemies. Yeah, my enemies. Yeah, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me, yeah, ooh, follow me, yeah, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever, and ever and ever and ever. And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever, and ever and ever. And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever, and ever and ever. And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever, and ever and ever. Amen, 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 amen.
Yo guys, so after that we are all on the floor, we're just crying. On a more serious note though, I'm excited for Hle's recording. I've been waiting for it and I really want someone else to experience this. So we will be giving away 2 tickets. All you have to do is follow me on Instagram, follow Hle on Instagram, and take a video telling us what your kingdom on earth means to you. So you take a video saying what your kingdom on earth means to you, tag me, tag Hle, follow me, and follow Hle on Instagram. And her recording will be on the 8th of June at the Skyrink Studios. All the information and details are on her page. I'll link down her YouTube channel and I'll also link down her Instagram page. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you were blessed. I was blessed. I'm about to go open the word and be on the floor and worship. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching my channel.
He prepares the table before me in the presence of my enemies. Yeah, my enemies.